Hi everyone, and welcome to today's short Vinyasa flow practice where we'll work on creating mobility through spinal twists, and we'll work our way slowly up to find revolved or reverse triangle pose on both sides of the body. So we can begin just connecting those sitting bones to the floor and relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. First of all, finding our ujjayi breath. So we're working on connecting the mind to the breath and the breath to the body. Taking long and slow inhalations and exhalations through the nose. Just finding our center and our grounding. On the next inhalation, we lift both arms slowly away from the floor and bend in the elbows. Bring those fingertips to the shoulders. On an exhalation, just begin to rotate in the thoracic spine, turning to the right hand side. We breathe in to come back to center. And then exhale, rotate and turn slowly to the other side. Inhale, coming to center. And exhale, rotate, turn slowly to the right. And one more time, breathing in, coming to center. And exhale, keep turning, rotate to the other side. And draw it back. And bring palms together, forearms and elbows close. Inhale, lifting the elbows away from the body first of all. And on an exhalation, interlace the fingers and press the palms forwards to round in the spine. We release the hands, linking fingers behind the body. Breathing in to draw those shoulders back and down. We breathe out to come forwards towards the floor, trying to keep both sitting bones connected to the mat. We slowly restack the vertebrae, lifting away. And then just change those legs over so we bring the other leg in front. Again, bring palms together, forearms and elbows close. Inhale to lift those elbows away from the body. And then we exhale to interlace the fingers and press the palms forwards, rounding in the spine. Really press. We release the hands, link the fingers behind the body. Breathe in to draw the shoulders back and down. And then again, exhale to come forwards towards the floor. And we slowly roll it through the spine, restacking the vertebrae, and just readjust here, coming into our table position. So we bring hands underneath the shoulders and bring knees directly underneath the hips. First of all, inhale to draw one shoulder to the opposite hip, just creating a C shape in the back. And then exhale, bringing it back to center, we change sides. As we inhale, just shortening the gap between the hip and the shoulder, then drawing it back. One more time each side. Inhale, drawing shoulder to hip. And then exhale, bringing it back. And last time. And exhale to draw back. We step just one foot to the side, bring the heel down to the floor. And inhale to lift in the arm, looking up towards those fingertips. And then again we release to change sides. So we step the other foot to the side, bring the heel down, and we lift the arm, looking up towards those fingertips. And then again release and bring it back into table. From here, tuck the toes underneath, float the knees away from the floor, and then exhale, pressing those hips up and back towards the ceiling. And just try to soften into the knees one at a time. Pedaling through those heels. And so we press both heels down towards the floor together, really resisting the floor with those hands. Option, lifting one hand, we send the hand underneath and through for the lower leg, or the ankle, and turn to look underneath the shoulder. And then we change sides. So again, we can leave both hands to the floor, or we lift and send the hand through and turn to look underneath the opposite shoulder. And then again, bringing it back into down dog. Knees soften, lifting the heels. We step to a lunge, then into a forward fold. Inhale to lift both arms. Bring the palms together above the head. And exhale, drawing hands down to the heart center. We inhale to lift both arms. Exhale, hinge, coming forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale to release the knees, soften, coming back into our high plank. We bring both knees down to the floor. Exhale to bend in the elbows, keeping that extension in the spine until we inhale to lift and open into cobra. Slight bend in the elbows, shoulders relax. Exhale, lift either into table or tuck the toes, and again coming up and back into downward dog. This time as we inhale, we lift and we float right leg up towards the ceiling, keeping those hips squared. Exhale, bend right knee, bring the weight forwards and plant the right foot to the floor, lengthening that left leg. Inhale, lifting both arms, we square the hips and relax the shoulders in a high crescent moon lunge. Option here, draw the elbows and those hands apart, going into cactus arms. So we create a 90-degree angle through the elbows. And then on the next exhalation, again, we release both hands down, framing that front foot. And this time press against the floor with the left hand to lift right arm. So we're aiming to turn towards the knee that's bent. Option to stay here. Maybe lift and bring palms together. And just lift and let the arm find the outside of that thigh. Staying with the breath, drawing the shoulder back. The shoulders should be stacked one on top of the other, and we're aiming to really open through the spine, but try not to move that left hip. So we're keeping that left leg nice and long and still. And then again we release to frame that front foot. Knees soften, we step feet in, Uttanasana. Inhale, lifting both arms. Again we bring palms together. Exhale, drawing hands to the heart center. Inhale, the arms lift. Exhale, hinge, coming forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, release, coming back again into a high plank. Either bringing knees to the floor, or this time we go full chaturanga, just the elbows bent. Inhale, lifting cobra or up dog. And then exhale, lifting either into table or into our down dog. This time we inhale to lift and float left leg towards the ceiling, hips are squared. Exhale, bend in our left knee, bring the weight forwards. Plant left foot to the floor, lengthening right leg. Float both arms up, relaxing the shoulders. So again, keeping those hips squared. 90-degree angle through that left knee. Back heel stays lifted. Option, exhale, draw those elbows and the hands apart, coming into cactus arms, so elbows in line with the shoulders. Keeping that center strong, keeping the extension and the length through the spine. And then again we release the hands down to frame that front foot. And this time pressing against the floor with the right hand, we lift left arm, turning towards that left knee. Really open and creating length through the back. We can stay here, or option to bring the palms together and just lift and let the upper right arm find the outside of the thigh and the hands come to prayer. Staying with the breath. Keeping the shoulders stacked one on top of the other. And again release to frame that front foot. Both knees bend and step the feet in, forward fold. As we inhale, we lift both arms slowly up to bring palms together. And exhale, drawing hands again to the heart center. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, hinge, coming forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, release, coming back into our high plank. Either bring knees to the floor or exhale, full chaturanga. Inhale, we lift, cobra or up dog. And then exhale, either into table or coming into a downward dog. This time as we inhale, we lift and float right leg to the ceiling, keep the hips square. And then exhale, bend in the right knee, bring the weight forwards, planting that right foot to the floor. Closing the gap just slightly, we turn out from about a 45-degree angle from that back hip and try to round in the spine here in a forward fold. Option to stay here, or we bring the left hand to the shin, the foot, or the outside of that right foot, keeping those legs still. Really important we don't move the knees or rotate from the hips. We lift in the right arm, coming into revolved triangle. It's quite an intense twist. Keeping that line through the arms, from the fingertips of the top hand, all the way down through to the heel of the hand on the floor. Drawing shoulder back as much as possible, but don't compromise the hips or the knees. And then again, release, stepping feet in, forward fold. Inhale, both arms lift. Exhale, drawing hands, heart center. Inhale to lift. Exhale, hinge, coming forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, release, coming back into our high plank. Again, either bring knees to the floor or exhale, full chaturanga. Inhale, lift, cobra or up dog. And then exhale, either into table or into down dog. Inhale, we lift and float left leg towards the ceiling, keeping hips square. Exhale, soften left knee, bring the weight forwards, plant the foot to the floor. Then closing that gap just slightly, we turn out about a 45-degree angle from that back hip in a forward fold. Option, lifting right hand to the shin, the foot, or the outside of that left foot. Remember, keeping those legs nice and stable, lower body is still. We just rotate in the spine. Keeping left arm directly on top of the right arm in revolved triangle pose. And then again we release. So turning the feet in. Both feet and knees face the same direction. Bend the knees and step feet in together, forward fold. Inhale, the arms lift. Again, bringing palms together. And then exhale, drawing hands to the heart center. And relax. Namaste.